Hey guys, I'm Sin.
I'm Joy, and welcome to Big Girl Pantease, where you get a plate of positivity, a side of bluntness with accountability for dessert because
Accountability ain't a dirty word. To all of our new Pantease gang joining us for the very first time, welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you so much for checking us out. You could be anywhere right now looking at any podcast, but you tune in to us, and we're so appreciative of it. Please check out our season 1 and season 2 on YouTube, everywhere you also listen to your DSPs. And please remember to like, share, and hit the subscribe button. We really, really appreciate you. Thank you for coming.
And when you do hit that like, share, and subscribe, what happens is you'll get more content from us like this. So that means you liked it. So we appreciate you. Now, if you are returning, a part of the Pantease gang, this isn't your first time. Welcome back. Welcome back. We want to say thank you. We love you. We appreciate you. We just, it wouldn't, it's so cliche, like, oh, if it wasn't for you, there would be no us.
That's
but
true.
Literally,
If it wasn't
we're
for
not
you,
watching ourselves.
that part.
So we just want to say thank you for coming in and virtually spending 30 to 45 minutes with us each time. We love you. And like, share, subscribe as well.
Domestically and to internationally. So to all our international peeps that's out there watching us, thank you again.
Yes, we love you.
All right. So this episode is based off of a lot. A lot's going on in the media, as we all know right now. More things came to light this morning when we woke up to shoot the show. So the name of this episode is Delusional Pantease. Yeah, boy.
Now, I think we all know Delulu. You know, everything's become a buzzword now.
Mhm.
TikTok is Delulu. Don't be Delulu. But the actual Webster dictionary, Oxford definition of delusional is characterized by holding false beliefs or judgments about external reality that are held despite evidence to the contrary, typically a symptom of a mental condition. Did not realize it was like an actual mental condition until we started to build the show. And how we came about this topic was a few weeks ago, for me, I'm gonna tell you what it was for me. A few weeks ago, there was a pod, I don't know which pod it was, and there was a young lady on there, and she was like, I'm 39, but I don't look 39. And the gentleman podcast was like, I think her name was Shelly, who was like, Shelly, you look 39. And it was like, when I saw her, I saw that she looked 39 to me, but then when she said it, it just took me aback. So now here's the question, right? At what point is delusional helpful or hurtful, right? So,
well, see, this is my thing. That is true because I saw the same meme.
Right.
I saw the same part of the podcast, and girl did look 39. I'm sorry.
She did.
Yeah, I'm sorry. But
But
to play devil's advocate.
okay, let's go. We starting early.
Yeah. My thing is, okay, she looked 39, but when she wakes up in the morning, if she sees a younger version of herself, who are we as society to say you don't look 39? Beauty is in the eye of the beholder, and so is if that's what gets her going in the morning, and she's like, yes, I look like I'm 30, I look like I'm 29. If that's what makes her feel good and that's her reality, it kind of sucks that other people always got to interject on social media. And I get it. It was tongue-in-cheek. And he said it in a joking way, like, delusional, no boo-boo, you look your age. But
I don't think he even used the word delusional, because
No,
I think
but he
that
was
would have
like, "You
been
look
rude.
39."
That would have been rude. Like, you're quite delusional. It's like, well, fuck you.
But
Right
saying you look 39 is still low-key rude. But he didn't say the delusional part. But however, I think it's a little sad, even though it was tongue-in-cheek, I think it's a little sad that, you know, we kind of break down other people when that's how they feel. Let them celebrate how they feel. If they look in the mirror and that's what they see, then so be it. Like,
well, guess what? I'm Beyonce, and can't nobody tell me nothing else.
Girl, bye.
Right? Oh, you girl bod me so fast.
Bye.
Where was it? Why am I being delusional?
No,
what is it?
You're being untruthful. That's different.
But isn't that a level of delusion?
Clearly you're not Beyonce knows.
Why not? I am Beyonce. I wake up in the morning.
I am Oprah.
I wake up in the morning.
Okay.
And I look in the mirror and I see Beyonce in her 20s. Do you see what I'm saying?
Bullshit.
Like, come on, let's stop.
You seen that mean bullshit?
Okay, right.
Bullshit.
So, but who are you to tell me what I see in the mirror?
Oh, here we go. Not the same thing.
Nah,
That's a
I have to
clear.
disagree.
No, that's a clear difference.
I
If
have to
you clearly
disagree.
are not sitting here, Beyonce, and I'm clearly not Oprah Winfrey, then that is
Speak
falsehood.
for yourself. No.
All right. Well,
Okay.
give me some money, bitch. Since
Okay.
if you got that Beyonce money, give me some of that cash, please.
But my point is, right. So what level of delusion is helpful and hurtful, just to repeat it? So for me, one level, do you want to start? I feel like
No.
I started last week.
Okay.
I feel like I started last week though. Okay.
Okay.
Fine. So I'm going to touch on this. I'm just going to get it out of the way early. I'm going to get my opinion out. I think it's delusional. Huh?
Let's see who's going to say something.
Oh, I think it's delusional to think that we actually choose the president. I think it's delusional that we actually think that we are a part of the... Now, please, let me preface this. I am not a Trump supporter. Let me be very clear about that.
Don't have them coming for us.
I knew it was coming. But however,
Neither
the process...
I can't stand the fucker.
process
I'll say it.
Of picking the president isn't actually the process that picks the president. I'm not talking about the candidates, because that's a whole nother situation. I'm talking about the process of how the president is chosen. I don't care if it was Joe Blow and Show Mo, whatever. I'm not talking about the candidates. I'm speaking of the actual way that a president is chosen. Electoral college, the broken down, the families. I think it's delusional that at this point we still think that democracy is something that is really real.
I think it's delusional that people think that the president has the power that he has when he doesn't, because people do not understand history and do not understand government. And if they did, they will understand if, first of all, the House of Representatives and the Senate has the power. And if you don't have control of both houses as a Democrat or Republican, your bills will not be signed into law.
Yeah.
It makes me sick when people used to like, what did President Obama did for the black people? What did President Obama do?
We're moving.
People
we're veering off.
But no, we're not, because it was delusional for people to not understand that President Obama could not do certain things. His hands was tied because he did not have the power of the House and the Senate at the time when he was president. Delusional goes so far when it comes to politics, because a lot of people just go by sound bites and clickbait and don't do their due diligence to pick up an actual book. Go to a library.
So crazy.
Please.
Don't take everything you see on the internet for face value.
No.
Remember, life existed before the internet,
That
people.
part.
And books,
Encyclopedia.
books existed before the internet. I know they're kind of defunct and they're like dinosaurs now, but yeah, picking up a book is still a good thing to do.
I'm still
not
like
just
Carrie.
a Kindle.
I love when you open the book and you smell the pages. Carrie
Sex
Bradshaw
and the City right now. Actually, I'm in season 4. It's one of my shit.
I just saw
my name is Miss Joy in the City. I think you could tell I'm a Sex and the City fan.
I just saw the episode of when Carrie meets Natasha last night.
Oh, wait, for the first time when she was in her drawers? Oh my God. It's like, freaking Annie, get your clothes on. No. You were getting
such a classic.
We're getting off. So it's delusional. Carrie was delusional. Actually, perfect segue, because Carrie was delusional because she was so wrapped up in Natasha and the whole situation with her and Big, instead of just being like, the situation with me and Big was the situation with me and Big. Understand that the relationship that you're in with this person is not going to be the relationship that you're in with another person, and not going to be the relationship that they're going to be in with another person. So she obsessed over Natasha to the point that she was delusional. She got her face cracked. She bought a fabulous outfit, spent a month's spent her rent on a dress at Bergdorf for her to not even be there. And it's like, she was so delusional, concerned with Big's wife, instead of focusing on her. She became...
That's a lot of people in relationships.
She became
they can't move on. And actually, that's going to be one of my bullet points.
Well, I just dragged it. I dragged in the politics. So you go ahead. That was me. Carrie was Delulu. Y'all Delulu if you think you picking the president for real, and pick up a book.
That's our TED Talk. Have a good day.
Thanks for coming. Thanks for coming to our TED Talk.
We just said a mouthful in like 5 minutes, the first 5 minutes of the show.
Coming in hot.
Delulu. Okay, so you know what? Before I get to my personal stuff, let's stick to what's going on. I'll just say what's going on in the media. A lot of people are delusional, because they're about to be real delusional when the D, the I, the D, the D, the Y, y'all. Once that stuff comes out, and as a person who used to really be a supporter of Sean Diddy Combs. I stopped many years ago for different reasons, but if you go back to the first season, I talked about how much I wanted to, you know, how much I liked him being from Harlem and being an entrepreneur and all that. I think a lot of people is gonna have a real hard time. They're gonna have a delusional moment and want to act like they don't see what they see when all of the other stuff comes out, because there's a lot of people that is going to be listed that was at the freak offs. And some of the other, the baby oil, they may have a couple of stashes of baby oil themselves in their closet. And it's going to be some of our favorite rappers, singers, actors, pastors, black, white, and everything in the middle. So I think the reason why it's important not to, and this is the reason why it's important not to hold celebrities on a pedestal or treat them like they're God.
Worship.
God is God. They're not worship. God. Yeah. They will fall. They will shame themselves. They will fall short because we're human. But I think it's going to be very interesting, especially waking up this morning and Mayor Adams, the New York City mayor, got indicted first. New York City mayor to ever happen to him, and unfortunately he happens to be black, so that doesn't make it look any better on us.
Well, at least he's not the first black mayor. David Dinkins
was the first black mayor, but this didn't happen on David Dinkins' watch. He wasn't indicted. He wasn't.
No,
people didn't think he was the absolute best.
But mayor. I don't think anybody gets 100% approval rating in politics. Like, let's be honest. If you're in politics,
it was really bad for the first black president.
If you're in politics, there's a part of you that's a little unscrupulous. That, like, come on, you don't get that far in politics without.
For his stature, his age, and you look back and see some of the things that did not happen on his watch. People have things to say about that, but I'm just looking forward to see what's going to happen once everything is open and once the trial starts. And I want you to brace yourselves, because you're going to hear some things from people that you...
Are you talking about Diddy, or are you talking about Eric Adams?
No, I'm talking about, and I'm back to Diddy. Okay. You're going to hear some things about people that you may really hold in high regard, and it's going to be hard to hear because you don't want to admit certain things. You know, we have a tendency to be delusional. Like, it's like the character from Living Single talking about, you know, nobody better say nothing bad about Miss Jenkins. Benita Petrell, could nobody say nothing bad about Miss Jenkins.
Mind you, she talking about everybody.
She talked about Miss Jenkins. Miss Jenkins' house so dirty the roaches wear slippers. She always has something to say.
That's some dirty shit right there. That's some dirty.
Yeah.
Dirty.
So this is really going to be interesting. I feel for his children.
Those are the people who really
they're getting the shots.
They're getting the show,
you know, and it's really, really hard to watch because they're not a part of this. And but as the Bible says, sins of the parents falls on the children. So
and they've already lost their mother.
They already lost their mom, and it's already controversy around that, and a lot of people that have something to say that the father has something to do with that. So they've just been dealing with grief.
I'm just praying for crazy. Diddy's kids.
Yeah, but it's about to get crazy, y'all.
Because praying for Diddy's kids.
Because I see my man on that list. Because I swear to God, nobody better say nothing bad about Mr. METHOD.
Okay, anybody don't never not say no bad shit about Mr. Jenkins.
Telling you,
calm down.
He wasn't at them freak offs. I hope not.
We don't know.
I hope not. I'm bracing myself for. I don't know who on there.
Well, Pastor Jenkins. You done made that up. Pastor Jenkins.
I didn't want to say the real name.
We know who the pastor is that's going to be on it. Okay. So.
Might be many.
You might be. We'll find out soon. So to veer off from
politics,
let's talk about instead of looking at the outer world.
What we always
now let's do introspection. So when we do our show, we always think about things that, like, in our own specific lives, what are we delusional about that we may be having a blind eye to? And for me, when I took some stock, I realized it's delusional to think that you can change the outside world without changing yourself. It's delusional to think that you can see the change in the world that you want without making it within yourself. And I feel like every time I've tried to do it the other way around, it's never worked, it's never perceived, it's never fixed. Just like how you can't fix a person in a relationship. How this person comes in is who they are to their core. Now, can they get better? Absolutely. Can they become the best version of themselves? Yeah, the king and the queen in each other. Absolutely, you rise, but expecting someone else to change without making that change within yourself is pretty damn delusional. Because one, you're going to continue to do this. Why haven't you done this? Why aren't you? Why aren't you? Why aren't you? Why you? And it's really me. So in order for me to see, like, I think it was Gandhi who said it, be the change that you wish to see. I am taking my delusional shades off and taking true inventory in my life of things that I know that need to change. And, we talk about the lists. And if I continually keep seeing something on this list, I'm delusional if I think that I'm going to get to the next level until I get into that. Is it something I still want to do? Is it even still relevant? And so just don't be delusional and try to change other people. Be that change you want to see yourself, period.
I have been delusional in relationships. Knowing I see the red flags, knowing they're not giving me what I deserve, knowing um, I'm not being appreciated or respected in the way that I deserve to be. I've been delusional in thinking, you continue to be that good Black woman that you've always been, they're going to change. And that's not going to happen. And when the heart wants what the heart wants, the heart wants what the heart wants. And it sucks sometimes because you know better. I know better.
Right.
But there has been times to where I have stayed way longer than I should have. Delusional in feeling that, just keep giving it a chance, keep praying about it. Sometimes that very thing that you're praying about, God is trying to release from you. And I had to realize when sometimes you're like, oh, well, if things don't go, smooth sailing in a relationship, then that means that person's not the person for me. That is not accurate. I've thought that my entire life. Sometimes out the gate, you're going to be tested instead of down the road. And yeah, you're also going to be tested in your relationships down the road. But sometimes in the very beginning, it's because, I don't know, maybe it's like God's wanting to see, are you willing to work past what you're butting heads about to see if there could be something here? There's somebody that I was talking to, and chemistry is amazing. We get along very well. I mean, all of the things are there, but there was and the but was is a huge but. There are things that he still needs to work on, and I'm realizing that the things that he needs to work on, I don't have the capacity to stick around while he does it. And it was hard for me to admit that because this is somebody that I really kind of wanted to see where it was going. But I had to take off the delusional glasses and say, Sin, is this really the starting point where you want to be at? And it's not. And I am grateful that at this stage of my life, I am able to make those decisions, even though they're hard, even though my heart wants what my heart wants. I want to be happy and in a healthy relationship overall and not toxic. And I knew if I would have pursued something with that person because of what they have going on in their own private life, that it would have brought toxicity into my life. And I can't
got
do that.
time for that.
I don't have time for that. Not at this stage of my life. I've worked too damn hard to have peace. So yeah, I've been delusional in relationships, thinking if I just stay and just stick it out, it's gonna get better. And sometimes it can, but when you see the writing on the wall, walk away. Because you're hurting yourself and you're wasting time. And I don't like to say wasting time because you always learn something from each situation. Everything's a learning experience. But at the same time, fuck that. You're wasting your time. You're wasting your energy and you're wasting your good
juju.
I was going to say something else, but you get it.
Good cooter.
The cooter. Don't get it beat up. I'm going to leave it on that note because you said the word.
All right. Well, I'm
be good
the
to
funny.
you and your cooter. I'm just kidding.
The cooter.
No, for real. Be good to yourself and your cooter.
Okay. So, delusional. Another delusional. If you follow me on Instagram, I have been since the end of July on a fitness journey where I'm hitting the gym at least minimum 3 times a week, maximum 5. And I have been going to the gym. I've been consistent. You can see it. It's in the highlights on my page. It also allows me to be transparent, and it gives me accountability as well, because I know there's sometimes I'm like, oh, but then it's like, okay, I've made this public now. So it actually is, it's been helpful. I have been going to the gym. I have been working out. It's delusional of me to think that I can outwork a bad diet. Like, I'm here to tell you right here, Big Girl Pantease world. Look, I'm still eating like shit. And I'm trying to eat better. And I still fall into, and the other part of my Delulu thing is, it's also delusional of me to think that I can have certain habits that make me very, very hungry. And
I like that you said that.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be. Our viewers are smart. Okay, you're viewing this because you're smart. You know what I'm talking about.
You better blow that shit out.
Okay, you better put it out and put it down, because it's delusional of you to think that what you're putting into your body, whether that is or food, and think, shut up.
I'm just like,
and think, no, I'm keeping it all the way real, and think that, you can outwork that in the gym. Yep. Granted, there are so many great benefits to the gym. My mental health is better.
Yep.
Sweating out, my skin looks better I feel better because when you move your body, it's endorphins. But then when you come home and eat a pumpkin donut, I kept it real. We was on the Zoom the other night, and I was eating a damn pumpkin donut, and you was like, "Is that pumpkin spice?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure it is." Right.
Last night.
Shh, you ain't have to be real specific.
You said we're gonna be transparent.
Okay, sorry. I'm sorry. No, so it's delusional to think that you can skip steps. It's delusional of you to think that you can skip steps to have what you want. It's delusional to think that you can come home, smoke, eat all night, and
the weight's just gonna magically.
It's gonna come off because I was in the gym for an hour and a half. Yeah, but what you've done is
defeating the purpose.
Here's the thing. I'm gonna keep it real. I haven't gained weight. That's the beauty of it. Because I've been in the gym, I haven't gained weight, but I haven't lost as much as I know that I should have. And I'm delusional to think that I can continue with this habit and get to the place that I need to be. Now, I will say this. There are other people that do the same thing that have their shit together, that can that can eat properly, that can have an apple as opposed to, a pound cake. Okay? Ooh, more power to you. I ain't one of those people. And I was delusional thinking that I was. And in order for me to get where I want to go in this journey, I know that I have to put that down and pick up more apples and meal prep and eat more protein. Anywho, I'm veering off. My point is, it's delusional to think that you can just work out and not eat right and have the body that you want and be in the space of health that you want. And it goes into habits as well. What you're thinking, what you're putting in your body, and yeah.
It's funny because Joy and I do not talk about, we pick the show title, like what the episode is going to be about. But we do our bullet points separately, as we've mentioned numerous times, and we do not tell each other what
we're going to talk about. Yeah, never do.
My next one is my weight. I was delusional in I don't have the same issue that Joy has. I have to be mindful what I say because I'm still in corporate.
Girl, don't do it. No, look, sorry.
Figure this out.
Don't do it.
It's like the cutting of the steak. I'm smart. If I indulge in things that will make me hungrier than I usually am, I am really good with actually not overeating. I can eat one meal a day. I'm bad to my eating my one meal a day. I'm bad to my calorie deficit. And
look, I'm like, ow.
Yeah, I don't eat sweets. I'm not a sweets person. Never been a sweets person. So thank God I don't have that sweets craving. I like salt, which is also not good. It swells the body. It's not good for you. I don't cook with white salt, but I do like chips. So I'll go to chips or something like that. But ever since we came back from Colombia last October for Joy's birthday, I have been overeating. I lost weight and I'm 5'11", and I was about a 169, 170 in 2017. I lost the weight naturally. I had torn my meniscus. I didn't go to the gym. I was in physical therapy. I was at my highest about 226, maybe almost going into size 18 jeans, and I've been a size 9 my whole life. And
you giving numbers.
Yeah,
Shit,
I remember it because I was disgusted with how I just let myself go. Now, please do not take this. I'm not saying anything. Everybody's body shape and weight and height and everything is different. I'm talking about my personal preference and where I just was going through a lot. I just did not care. And it showed in my body. And I just said, I have to change my eating habits. And I didn't want to go to the gym. I was being lazy, so I didn't go to the gym. I was like, physical therapy is enough. I'm tired. And I was working still. So I just changed my eating habits. And I cut out beef and pork completely from my diet, smaller portions, pescatarian diet, and lost 46 pounds in 8 months. Yeah. I kept the weight off all the way up until last October. I had not hit the 190 mark at that point. Transparent. I don't give a shit. I'm gonna tell it. I got on the scale yesterday. I'm at 207, and I'm saying my weight on camera.
I guess this is
because
we're gonna hold her accountable. With this delusion.
You to hold me accountable because I thought, okay, I've been getting a little bit better, but I didn't want to weigh myself. Oh, I'm probably closer to 200 now, almost at the 199 mark. And when that shit says 207, mind you, I was butt naked, didn't eat yet.
Did you already use the bathroom?
I went to the bathroom, butt naked, and didn't eat yet.
Okay, I was just asking.
Empty stomach. Empty. I was looking for something. Trust me, I was looking for something.
I had some water.
No, bitch was empty. I didn't even have my vitamins yet.
I had some water.
I was like disgusted with myself. And I just realized, okay, it's time to go back to what works for me. I'm back to my eating once a day. I'm back to, if I have a craving earlier in the day, I'll have some grapes or something like that. I'm going back to my calorie deficient. Then that doesn't work for everybody. My body is the type of body that I can eat a meal once a day and be okay. No headaches. No, I'm not dizzy. I can function well at work. Not everybody can do that. I drink a gallon of water. I drink a gallon of water a day. I do have a really bad, I still love my wine, not gonna lie, still drinking my damn wine. And I know that's where a lot of my calories are probably coming from. But yeah, I'm 207. So a month from now, I'm going to tell my weight again. If I'm still 207, I want y'all asses to go in the comments and write 207. What's up, Sin? Get at my ass. Like, damn, we got a whole podcast. I want y'all to hold me accountable because...
Well, that's the beauty of it.
Yeah.
It's accountability in real time. That's how we realize we gained so much weight.
Accountability ain't a dirty word, but goddamn, like, that shit stings. So, yeah, 207 in the flesh right now. I'm working on getting it down. I'm not going to beat myself up about it. But yeah, I was delusional in thinking that I can continue the same habits and have the weight come off. I'm active during the day because of my job. I'm moving around, but I could be more active. So that's me now having to get back in the gym. That's me now having to do my dips, my push-ups, my squats, my all of my stuff that I do in my own home with my own body weight, which I absolutely love. I have the calisthenics. I have to get back to that. I want to get back to I want to start my deadlifting because I haven't even gotten into that yet. So I'm a work in progress. But yeah, I was the Lulu, and that 207 brought my ass right back to reality, and I'm on it. That shit was hard. I was like this.
Yeah, sometimes you got to get to the point.
And step back on. Step off.
Well, you got to weigh yourself 3 times.
Yeah, I did.
You got to weigh yourself 3 times.
207.
Okay, then.
I was like, motherfucker. That shit hurt yesterday, y'all.
So we know what time it is, folks. We're no longer being delusional about the habits that we have and the things that need to change.
And we hope that you don't either. Like, whatever, even if it's not your weight.
Take your own...
Take stock of your own life and
what are you delusional about?
Yes.
And here's the funny thing. You know deep down you're delusional about it. You know. It's not like, oh, I never knew. No. The thing is, you saw the red flag. The thing is, you know the delusion. The thing is, you know exactly what it is that needs to happen. And it feels better to be delusional.
And you know what?
It feels better. It's like, oh, it's like ignoring it. It's like, I'm not that crazy. I'm not that big. I'm not that big, but none of my clothes are fitting. But I'm in spandex.
I'll just get another pair. I'll just go up in size. I refuse. Y'all gonna see this goddamn tire. I'm not wearing no goddamn damn Spanx. I'm not getting up. I'm not
I told you get a Spanx.
Bitch,
No,
I'm not.
she
If I wear a
refuses.
Spank, then I'm gonna be
She's
even
delusional.
bigger than what I am.
She's like, I don't want to be delusional.
I know me. I need to see the tire to make it want to go away. If
Well,
this shit is all
Spanx are nice.
No, not for me. I'll be a Spank
let me tell you something.
I will be. My life. No,
I will be at my goal weight and still fuck with a
Do
Spank
your thug
because it's a nice.
I want to be snatched without the Spank. That's what I'm working on.
Got some cute stuff though.
Bless her. God bless Kim. I'm gonna do mine. I just need to see the natural. I want when I take my clothes off and I'm naked. Ain't no skims there. I want to see.
You want your Skims body?
I want the Skims body naked. But the other thing I was gonna say is a lot of times when people are delusional and don't fix the things that's going on in their life, that's what brings on the anxiety. A lot of people suffer from anxiety because they're not doing the things that they're supposed to do in their own life. So they're sitting back, and I'm being honest because this is how I was.
Where hate comes from too.
Yeah, you start. Oh, she losing
fuck that.
weight.
Oh, you wanna? Oh, she wanna be in the gym again. Nobody care about your post, bitch.
Yeah, but that's showing you. First of all, you're a hater. Number one, and that's okay too sometimes because we are human.
No, it ain't. No,
it's okay.
That's delusional to think it's okay. Sorry, let me stop cutting you off. Go ahead.
It is not. It is okay to admit when you are being human. Being a hater sometimes is fucking human. Like, it's not nice. It's not good, but it's human, you know? And a lot of it just literally comes from, it's not really even hating most of the time. It's you are envious that someone else has taken stock in their life and they're making changes that you have yet to do. And I've done that. I've looked at people and be like, yo, 3 months ago, she was the same weight I am. Or, 3 months ago, me and my friend talked about, increasing our savings account. Right. And, she came and told me she up $5,000 and, I didn't get there yet. Well, damn, what the fuck? Sometimes you can use that to
fuel.
And that's what it does for me. And then sometimes people just wallow more in it, but it brings on anxiety. When you are not happy in your life and you're not doing the things you're supposed to do, you'll be anxious. Every day you're going to wake up with that. Yep. And if you start working towards the things that really make you happy and crossing those things off the list, you'll notice that your anxiety will decrease drastically. I promise you that. And that is something that is life-changing for
That's
me.
Powerful.
Because anxiety is not fun.
No, it's powerful. Actually, damn, mic drop.
And it's because I realize that, I'm like, I get so anxious with things sometimes. Right. It's like, because I haven't started the process yet, Sanaya, and you're getting frustrated with yourself.
And getting frustrated with yourself. Here's the other thing that a lot of people, and I think we've touched on this in different shows, the language that you use to speak to yourself is so important. You must speak to yourself so lovingly because your subconscious is listening. Yep. And when you get to a place where you're unhappy, if you talk to yourself so nastily and ugly and just terrible, like, oh, you're so fat, what the fuck's wrong with you? Ugh,
so lazy, why you can't change?
Why you can't just what's wrong with you? Like, why is this like this? Or that. First of all, if someone came to you and spoke to you like that, you'd be ready to slap the shit out of them.
In a minute. So why
you'd be
like that?
Right. Why would you speak to the most important person in your life, which is you? Yep. You are the most important person in your life. Yep. No matter what, because at the end of the day, you are literally all you have, even with family, mother, children,
father, sister, brother,
partner, everything.
You know good to them if you're not good to yourself.
Your best relationship and the most important relationship that you will ever have in life is the one with yourself. And every relationship
For be God then myself.
Right. But I get it. Yes.
Human.
But being. we are in God's image. So it's basically the same thing. God created us in his image. We're not going to, tomato. My point is, the most important relationship that you will have is with yourself. Yes, God, of course, trumps it. I shouldn't go without saying. But after that is you. And if you're not taking care of yourself and you're not speaking to yourself lovingly, you'll notice that I think it was Wayne Dyer that said, when we change the way that we look at things, the things that we look at change. And I think there's also, if we change the way we speak to ourselves, like Louise Hay has a book by the name of Mirror Work. Louise Hay is one of the most incredible teachers of mind over matter. She has a book called Heal Your Life that basically says every single disease in your body is created from a mental pattern. Anywho, I hate getting off subject. My point is, speak to yourself in a way that you would talk to someone that you love. your lover, your someone that you really, really care about, how you would speak to them with love and care. That's how you need to be speaking to yourself, loving yourself through the changes, as opposed to beating yourself down because it's not going to help you get to the goals that you want.
One of my next bullet is funny because I am learning to appreciate and accept all of me. And I'm not going to go into detail, but you already probably know where this is going.
I know.
I'm an Aquarius. Y'all know this. I've said it. My sun and moon rising signs are also Aquarius. In my chart, there is one specific sign that shows up 3 times. My whole life, I've always looked at, I like astrology. I've always followed astrology, relationships, single astrology books and stuff like that. I've always looked at everything in Aquarius. And then I realized a lot of Aquarian traits, I was like, that's not me. January or February Aquarius. And I couldn't understand. I'm like, people say that Aquarius, we don't like affection. That's bullshit. That we're scatterbrained and we're not structured. That's bullshit. I'm one of the most structured people most people know. I'm to the fucking T with it. So I couldn't understand. Okay.
The planner.
I'm the planner. I'm like, so I couldn't understand why I'm always reading Aquarius and it doesn't seem to match up. Well, there is another part of my chart, like I said, that I'm realizing it's a lot of me. And it's hard for me to acknowledge that because this is a sign that I have not liked or gotten along with or vibed with ever. And I do mean ever. Never dated the sign, don't have friends of the sign. So to see that sign in my chart, it is a mind fuck. And it's making me realize, Sanaya, you are not just an Aquarius. You are not just this. You are not just that. You are all of it. And you have to embrace all of you in order to make better life changes, to understand myself more. Because now things are making sense that didn't make sense before. And it used to frustrate me because, of course, I'll preface it with this. You don't take astrology for face value for everything. Okay, I get it. No, right. What goes on with the planets and all that, law of attraction, retrograde, it helps. Yeah. It's a part of life and a part of the universe. Right. So it does affect us. But yeah, being comfortable in saying, I'm this, I'm that, I'm this, I'm that, you have to do it. You can't alienate one part of you because you're not being you're not showing up as your true self. And I'm realizing that as much as I don't want to embrace it, and I will never say it on camera, so don't ask.
And I won't say it either because she will karate chop me in my throat.
I will edit the fucking thing because I swear we don't edit the show.
She is because
the reason why is because we have viewers out there that, and I don't want to offend anybody. It's my truth. Alienate. We're grateful that you watch the show. So I'm not dumb. I'm not going to say nothing. I'm not going to say anything. I love everybody. Kumbaya. But I'm really just, it's funny that I'm now realizing that I have to embrace that part of me. And it's a journey that I've just started. And I'm realizing quickly, okay, that is why I do this. That's the other part of me that I never paid attention to. And
it was delusional.
It was delusional of me that I could run away from it. And I'm learning so much more about myself now. And I am doing things a little differently because of the more that I'm learning about myself in my astrological chart. So it's just,
to you.
Yeah, just try and embrace all of you. It's not easy. The good, the bad, the ugly, the things that keep you up at night, the things that you don't want to admit to nobody. You don't have to, but do the work to work on it internally, because that will make you happier, a better person, and you will put out back to the world better juju. Like, life is life and right now for so many people. And I'm blessed and grateful, but I'm just looking back at some of the things that I've been delusional about and the circumstances that came afterwards, the repercussions that came afterwards. Mm-hmm. And if I would have just didn't have my rose-colored glasses on at the time, I could have avoided a lot of chaos and some pain in my life. So reflecting is good as well. Going over your life and saying, what have I been delusional about previously that I haven't worked on? What am I delusional about today that I need to work on? It's not easy pointing the finger.
No.
Never. At yourself. Yeah. It's easy to point to somebody else, but
you're delusional if you think that can fix it, though.
It's never gonna fix it. You gotta show up and do the work for the man in the mirror. So I'm doing that right now as far as astrology, as my astrological chart goes, and it's hilarious. I'm starting to think a little bit more of that sign is than my Aquarius sign, which is even scarier to say. I can't even.
Listen, I know all about the signs. I ain't gonna tell your business.
I know, but I'm not
going to give the traits either because I feel like that would give it away.
It would.
However, when we had the conversation and it was like, oh, this is who my chart is and this is where it is. And when she told me what it was, I was like, aha. Okay. Now this makes perfect sense. Now I get it. This is not your Aquarius trait. This is your X trait. Oh, this is not Aquarius. This is very, and I think it's great that you're going to embrace that because it's like cutting off a part of yourself and be like, oh, I don't like it, so I don't want to deal with it. And it's like, no, that's not how this works.
Nope.
That's not how this works at all. And it's just like the same thing with me. You know the things that I've struggled with, the parents and this and that. And, what I was delusional thinking that I could cut one person out.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, yeah, this is it. And it's like, no, that's not how this works.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? This is you. And this is where. So I applaud you for taking the time to fully know yourself as well as, I'm working on it as well. But
it's not easy.
Take inventory in your life. If you have to question if you're being delusional about it, that's actually the first step. That's the first step.
Yep.
If you are actually thinking that you're delusional about it, then more than likely you are.
Yep.
That's your first step.
And once you're able to acknowledge you have a problem, then you can work on the problem. But a lot of people don't want to acknowledge that they have issues.
That they
we all have issues.
They delulu. And here's the last thing. Oh, sorry. One more thing. Stop blaming other people for things that you need to fix for yourself.
Oh,
internally.
That is what everybody
It is delusional to think that you haven't done any inner work and everybody's going to bend over and kiss your ass. No, it's an ongoing thing. You're delusional if you think that you don't have to do any work to become better and that your life will be better.
Yep.
I think that's it.
I think so. I don't think I have any more.
I mean, I have a few more, but I don't want to. Yeah, I don't want to.
We like to keep it short and sweet.
Yeah, short, sweet, and to the point. Very concise. So, find out where you're delusional at. Be honest with yourself. And it's okay to find out, to realize that you're delusional in certain things.
But
don't stay there. And now what are you going to do about it?
Take off those rose-colored glasses and put on them damn bifocals and get to work. Period.
That's what, like Martin Luther King just said.
I was hoping you was catching where I was going.
I was
with
like,
that.
dang.
I have a dream.
Okay, she have a dream that you will not be delusional.
I will not be delusional. Joy will not be delusional.
Amen.
Our big girl Pantease gang will not be delusional. Can I get an amen?
Amen. And we're hoping that same thing for y'all.
Yes.
We'll see you.
On that note,
we'll see you next time.
Peace out.
Peace.